Every year I ask this question, and every year they seem to prove it true. Is Alabama just too good for college football? We'll talk about it after the bumper. What's good, good people? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel and Victory Formation. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, every single year I feel like I ask this question, but I need to bring it up again because of what they're doing already early in this college football season. And is that Nick Saban and Alabama, are they just too good for college football? Like, are they just simply that much better than every single team every year that it's just almost to the point where it's unfair? Well, this year, first week one, they play, not the cream of the crop, but a good Miami team. A Miami team that will challenge for the ACC title, right? Like, they're that good. They're going to challenge Clemson for the title in the ACC. Say whatever you want about the ACC as a football conference, but hey, they're going to challenge for it, and they came in ranked. And Alabama destroyed them. Like, Alabama made them look like a junior varsity high school team. Bryce Young, 18, 19-year-old quarterback in his very first start, true sophomore, goes 27 of 38 for 344 yards. 344 yards in his first start ever, which is a record at Alabama. 344 yards, not Tua, not Jalen Hurts, not Mac Jones had thrown for that many yards in their debut. Threw for 4 touchdowns. Once again, an Alabama first start record. Not Tua, not Jalen Hurts, not Mac Jones had thrown for that many touchdowns in his first start. Jameson Williams caught 4 passes for 126 yards and a touchdown. Jameson Williams had a 94-yard touchdown. Jameson Williams couldn't even see the field at Ohio State. He transfers to Alabama because he couldn't see the field at Ohio State. Their receiver room with Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson was just too much. He comes to Alabama. He's their go-to guy. He's the number one guy. He'll probably end up in the first round because Alabama sent 4 receivers in the NFL in the first round over the last 2 years. So, yeah, he has that kind of game. John Mechie, who was the predicted number 1 receiver, still had 6 catches. He had the most catches, 76 yards. He also scored. Cameron Latu, listen to this. This is just how good Alabama is, and then I'll get to my point later. Cameron Latu wasn't scheduled to start. He's the tight end. Jaleel Billingsley, I think is his name. Yeah, Jaleel Billingsley was like the go-to tight end on last year's team. Really emerged on last year's team. You know, the team that went undefeated and the team that had a Heisman Trophy winner and the team that put like 5 dudes in the first round, the team that won the national championship. Yeah, Jaleel Billingsley had messed up. I don't know if he messed up allegedly in the classroom or just hasn't been following team rules or whatever. And so they put in this guy, Cameron Latu, and all he does is catch 3 balls and 2 of them for touchdowns, right? Like, so runs a couple guys over on the way to the end zone on one of the runs. So this is how stacked they are every single year. And then their defense was just ridiculous. I mean, Miami scored, they beat them 44-13, but for real, it was like 44-0 because Miami got a couple garbage touchdowns that just, I mean, they scored 2 touchdowns. They scored 10 points in the third quarter. And the game was pretty much over by the third quarter. So, take that for what it was. And Alabama is just ridiculous. I mean, they are simply ridiculous. And now they have a quarterback in Bryce Young who might be better than the previous 3 who are in the NFL and are starting week 1 in the NFL. Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, and Mac Jones. 2 of those guys won the first round. The other one went in the second round. They're all going to be week 1 starters in the league. And so it's just like, can teams realistically compete with Alabama? I mean, because the thing is, you would think, okay, they've had 4 offensive coordinators in 5 years. Maybe that would slow them down. No, they just continue to win and continue to recruit the best and continue to score the most points and continue to be the best college program. Well, the coach is getting up in age. Maybe that'll slow him down. No, he looks better and younger and more hip and into it than ever, right? He even smiled after their win, and he don't never smile. He smiled after their win when they put the little rubber helmet on him. He's making jokes. He's being more loose. He's being more transparent. Well, maybe they'll, when they lose all those NFL guys, No, they just continue to put guys in the NFL, whether it was Patrick Surtain, Matt Jones, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Alex Leatherwood, all in the first round of the 2021 draft, and still able to beat a ranked team by 30 week 1. I don't know what it is, but I like Georgia's team this year. I like Georgia. I don't know if they'll be able to score enough points for Alabama to beat Alabama. Georgia's defense is nasty. Georgia's defense had 7 sacks against DJ Uiagalelei and the Clemson Tigers in week 1. And they won that game. It was a close one, but they won it 10-3. And they didn't give up a touchdown. And really, Clemson's offense couldn't move the ball at all, like I said, and they were able to get those 7 sacks. But they only scored 10 points. All those sacks, and as great as that defense was, they only put up 10 points. Bama scored 44. And Bama's defense is probably better than Clemson's. Clearly, Bama's offense is better than Clemson's. Clemson's offensive line is in shambles. It's a wreck. It's horrible. Bama's offensive line is one of the strongest units on the team. So I don't know if Georgia can score enough points to stop them. As far as Oklahoma's lost to Tulane. Oklahoma couldn't stop Tulane from scoring a bunch of points. Oklahoma gave up 35 points to Tulane. And Spencer Rattler got, albeit I think he's going to be the number 1 overall pick, and I professed that before the season, he's still having turnover problems. He's still throwing a lot of picks. Now, I think he'll settle down as the season goes on. It was the first week of the season and all that stuff, but still, he's still having problems throwing the ball. So they're not a real challenge to Alabama. And Clemson clearly can't get their offensive line right, and just like Georgia got crazy good pass rushers, Alabama's got Anderson and what's the other number 4's name? Man, they got some beasts on their defensive line. They got Allen. Yeah, Christopher Allen, number 4, hopefully if he's healthy. And Will Anderson Jr., number 31, is nasty. So they were true freshmen and had 13 combined sacks, and they both had a sack against Miami. So they were true freshmen and had 13 combined sacks last year on the championship team. And now they're coming back, and they both had a sack against Miami, so they're starting the season off right. Now, hopefully Allen is healthy, but Clemson can't block anybody, so they're not a real threat. And then you got teams in the top 10 like Cincinnati, and that would be pretty ugly. And Florida's not that great of a team this year, and LSU got beat by UCLA. So, 10-team, 12-team, 20-team playoff. I got Alabama about 20 right now against anybody. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Are the Crimson Tide once again just going to run through college football and win another national championship? Knock on wood. If they stay healthy with this guy running the show at quarterback, Bryce Young, it's going to be another Alabama-laced season. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. And also for those on Facebook, it's Jeff Lightsy Sports on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. I post all my content there too. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.